Hello viewers who love to explore the vast seas and the fishing industry. Today, we will drift in the middle of the ocean with the resilient Japanese fishermen, to witness a journey full of sweat, technology and the wonders of nature, where every day, hundreds of tons of fish are pulled from the ocean floor with giant nets, processed on the spot, on the most modern technological ships in the world. Before dawn has even broken out in the distance, giant machines have already started roaring. Signaling the beginning of a new day at sea. Modern Japanese fishing boats are no different from floating factories at sea, where everything is programmed, monitored and optimized down to the second. On the deck, dozens of fishermen have taken their positions. Everyone is wearing thick waterproof clothes, thick gloves, and eyes are tensely watching the radar screen, sonar, thermal radar, and three-dimensional fish finders help them pinpoint large schools of fish that are traveling dozens of miles below the surface. When the signal is confirmed, the air on board freezes, and everyone understands that they only have a few minutes to drop the net. Otherwise the fish will swim away from the area being pursued. The trawl net is deployed. This is not an ordinary net, but an industrial net system up to 600 meters long and dozens of meters wide, pulled by an automatic crane and a powerful hydraulic cable system. The net is like a giant wall, lowered to the exact depth where the fish are moving. At the same time, another team deploys a seine net, a net that is released around the fish in a circle and gradually retracts, trapping the entire school of fish in a range with no way out. From the moment the net touches the water, all eyes are glued to the sensor screen. Every minute that passes, tens of thousands of fish are caught in the net. Bluefin tuna, herring, mackerel, sardines. A whole vibrant ocean is caught in the net. When the net weight exceeds 100 tons, the automatic warning system sounds. That is when the net pulling process begins. The electronic crane operates continuously with the roar of the engine. The giant net, weighing hundreds of tons of fish, is pulled up little by little. The first fish emerge from the water like a living river. Thrashing violently amid the white foam waves. Each time the net touches the deck, dozens of tons of fish pour down onto the deck like a silver flood. Workers immediately rush to sort, picking up marine debris, rocks, jellyfish and other unnecessary species, capable of operating continuously for weeks without refueling. On deck, the air is always humid, the strong smell of the sea and fish mixed with the sweat of the workers. But no one complains. For them, this is not just a job, but also a source of national pride. Japan is one of the world's leading countries in tuna and sea fish catches, and these ships represent that power. Not only is it an economic matter, each trip to sea also has a sacred meaning for Japanese fishermen. They believe in the god of the sea, believe that they must fish responsibly, preserve resources and not abuse nature. On board there is always a small altar to the tuna or sacred fish. With incense smoke billowing every time they go to sea, hoping for a safe trip and a big catch. A fishing trip can last from 5 to 20 days depending on the sea area and desired yield. There are ships that go as far as international waters near Russia or the east of the Philippines. Each time they dock, hundreds of tons of fish are continuously unloaded onto refrigerated containers. Transferred to processing plants or directly to international airports. Some tuna batches are even auctioned right at the wharf for hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the world of Japanese fishermen, where the sea, people and technology blend into a giant rhythm, creating hundreds of tons of seafood every day. A world of sweat, machines, faith and even huge numbers that few people can imagine. If you find these images impressive, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share the video to continue accompanying us on other magnificent voyages. Modern Japanese ships not only catch fish, but also process them on the spot. When the fish fall, the automatic sorting system starts working. The conveyor belt shakes continuously, bringing the fish into the sorting chambers. AI cameras identify each type of fish in a split second. Mackerel is put into a flash freezer. Herring is beheaded. Cleaned and vacuum packed, all without much human intervention. Some high-value fish such as tuna will be brought to a special processing area. Here, workers use specialized knives to cut open the fish, separate each part of the meat, remove the bones, and package it according to export standards to the US and Europe. This process is carried out in a cold chamber with a temperature below 5 degrees Celsius to ensure absolute freshness. Some tuna can weigh more than 100 kilograms. Processed right on the deck with a separate crane. With each batch of fish like this, the ship can collect from 100 to 200 tons of fish per day. Some trips last 5 to 10 days in the open sea, with a total output of up to 1.000 tons of fish, not including other byproducts. This is an astonishing figure. Not only in terms of volume but also in terms of efficiency and accuracy. Thanks to the system of monitoring output, seawater salinity, bottom temperature and fish density, the ships can move to the most resource-rich sea areas without having to search for too long as before. That is why the pressure on fishermen is even higher. They work non-stop in shifts lasting 8 to 12 hours. Each time the net is cast, it is a race against time and nature. There are nights with strong winds and rain.